how impressive they are in this competition and at this stadium. And we've got an early yellow card as well, only not even 60 seconds into the game. Declan Rice going into the referee's book. Don't know if that's a start for things. It's a high boot. Catches Luis Romo. It goes for the header. I think maybe the aggressive nature, maybe because Rice does catch him possibly with the studs as he's going for it. I always think high boots are quite harsh on a personal level. But that is an early yellow card, one of the earliest ones we've seen in this competition. Of course, well, for me, not last night, the night before. And of course, it's early hours here in England. Of course, France, Paraguay, how they want more cards in that. I think everyone was a bit perplexed by that. Romo is still down, so you're not missing anything. The game's never, of course, really got going, as it's been just over a minute of stoppage. I think he'll be okay. Of course, it's a head injury, so you've got to think that they'll stop this and take all the precautions necessary. Referee's making sure that Romo is okay. Of course, he will have to, I believe, leave the field as he has had treatment, but of course, that's not always been followed through by the officials during the summer's tournament. And we are about to get back underway. Mexico with a free kick inside their own half. No, Romo is on the field. So Mexico have the ball at the back on the right hand side. Sanchez, Gallardo, one of the workmen of that front three. And here come Mexico. Mora into Jimenez. They're moving it quick and moving it fast here are Mexico. Jimenez with a strike outside the area. It's deflected away only as far as on the right hand side. Alvarado forced to go back to Sanchez, but there's a lot of green jerseys in that England half. Back to Alvarado. Fakes it on his left and still has it dribbling on the right. Mora. Of course, teenage sensation, still a diminutive figure. Imagine it only grows. Imagine the technical abilities he has with a bit of a growth spurt. My word, that would be a scary potential right there. They've still got it on the right hand side. Alvarado is a 2-on-1 here. Ball rolls a few times, gets it past Nico O'Reilly. Gordon comes back as well as Elliot Anderson. And then clever defensive play there from Gordon just to shield the ball. Knows that Sanchez is almost going to fly in behind him. Wins the free kick, takes the pressure off the Free Lions in that defensive phase. And that high press from Mexico just for a moment is paused. And whether England go long or England go short, they will have the ball back. That's the most important thing. I think they will go long, trying to bypass any press, if you will. Pickford goes long. Of course, you have Kane up there. Bellingham is a fielder who's blessed with a lot of physicality. Great header of the ball, poked out to Saka on the right hand side. Too much on it, and the Gunners winger can't keep that one in play. Of course, Madueke started. Of course, Saka's been in and out with injury as well, so that's a reason for the right hand side. Of course, he's got Kwanzaa in behind him. That's the big talking point all tournament long, really, for England. Injuries with who's starting at right back and form of who should be here, who should be there. Spence is out. Still got a bit of a knock as well. Apparently he picked up against Congo, so we'll have to see how that does play out. Mexico still have the ball inside their own penalty box from said throw-in. Skipper Montez. They're very stretching the field. The goalkeeper and the two centre-backs just on the edge of the penalty area. Lyra just sitting in front, and then that forward, almost six if you will, then include the full-backs, eight are really high up the field. Mora skips away from Bellingham. He's forced to go back though, into Lyra. Swings it out to the left-hand side to Jesus Gallardo, one of the more experienced players in this side. I feel there's a good blend of experience and youth. Lyra dropping in between his two centre-backs, receives the ball to his skipper Montez. Nice pass there into Lyra. Mora well intercepted by Gehi. Read the game incredibly well there. Bellingham. There's three Mexican players there. Is he going to win the free kick? Yes, he is. Harry Kane then comes over to get the ball. There's a Mexican player trying to come away with it. And the referee is just going to have a word here. Kane's not happy because they wanted to take the free kick quickly, and the Mexican player had a hold of the ball and took a tumble with it as well. It was Lyra who had it. He's not happy with Kane. Kane's not happy with him. The referee's trying to just calm everything down. It's actually about Bellingham. His shirt pulled by Lyra, so Lyra's the man fouling Bellingham there. And then he picks, as Kane's trying to poke the ball away, he does pick the ball up. I thought he was picking the ball up and looking at the referee at first, whereas he sees Kane coming over to try and quickly take the free kick, and he does pick it up. I think in other situations that could have been a yellow card for at least one of them, or probably Lyra more than Kane, but maybe later in the game could have been a situation where both get carded. I'm not 100% sure. Again, just trying to start it and stop the game. There's been no flow to it, 6.5 minutes in. As I said, no real flow to the game. That'll be another foul that time on Gahey by Mora. Once again, just shielding the ball. It was a heavy touch from Gahey, but he did well to get back, shield the ball, won the foul, knew exactly what he was doing. As I say, because of these fouls and stop-start nature, just haven't had a flow to the game yet. And I think, if I'm perfectly honest, England being the away side here, of course, a lot of, apart from Mexico, Canada and the USA, everyone has been away, but some teams, for example, Belgium hosting Senegal, that's not really a home game, is it? This is a home game for Mexico. I think the more stop and start it is, especially in the opening 30 minutes to even into half time, you'd have to say that suits the Three Lions more than Mexico. Matt Gahey at the back into Konza, seemingly the favoured centre-back duo for Tuchel. Real press on from Mexico, so England do pass it between their two centre-backs a handful of times. O'Reilly drops a shoulder, tries to get away from his man, pokes it through into Bellingham, and now England are going to drive forward here. Bellingham, he's got Gordon to his left, will use a new Barcelona man. Takes it past his man as he won his side a corner there. I don't believe he has. Good play by England down that left-hand side. Gordon, it actually wasn't the greatest of triples, but the greatest of play by the former Newcastle man now. But he does win his side. An early corner here, 8 minutes on the clock. A warm welcome if you are joining, if you're staying up, listening in, wherever you are, unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary of all the action from Mexico City, a packed-out stadium. Round of 16 continues to flow. Mexico 0, England 0. Will be a corner for the Three Lions. Can imagine with the quality that the two Arsenal men in Rice and Saka have, this will be from the near side from the broadcast, so an in-swinger for Rice. They expect Rice to take him on the one side and Saka on the other. Well, as I say that, Rice plays it short too. Saka swings it into the back post. No one's there. Gallardo will let it trickle out for a throw-in, actually, on the left-hand side. Went all the way through the box. And I think, if anything, he's actually going to slow it down and Mexico get a bit of the ball. Back to Vasquez. Hooks it long. Nice first touch there from Anderson. And Jimenez doing the pressing, but no one's there to follow him up, so it's too easy. And Gahey comes away with the ball. Anderson. Out to Saka on the right-hand side. He's forced to go back after a good press from Mexico. Konza. Gahey. At the moment, I am seeing that the central defenders' names a lot. Very patient from England. Rice dropping deep. Trying to maybe form an Arsenal duo act on the England right-hand side with Saka. O'Reilly just trickles into the Mexican half. Gordon. He's got Bellingham in front of him, cuts further inside. Bellingham, of course, in his 4-3-3-esque, he's given the licence to be that more roaming attacking midfielder. Anderson the sitter, Rice to join in the attacks. Kwanzaa is taken down there by Quinones, but referee says play advantage. England still have the ball. Two corner on the left hand side, pokes it down the line for Bellingham. Good defensive play there from Lyron. He's looking for the foul. He's gone down a few times. I'm sure that was last off of Lyra and should be an England throw-in. Lyra's not happy. I'm just waiting on full. Yes, England have been given the throw-in. Lyra went down on his own accord. He was trying to dig his heels to clip Bellingham. Good decision from the linesman and the referee to not give a free kick. Throw-in. Well, it is poor, so they might as well give Mexico the throw-in. O'Reilly on the left-hand side trying to find Gordon. That didn't work at all. We'll go out for a goal kick for Mexico. 10 minutes, approaching 11 minutes on the clock. I can imagine it's hearing it pre-game. Mexico City Stadium absolutely bouncing. But out from the back, they're dangerous, but Rangel finds a nice ball into Lyra. He's being hounded down by Rice, who's got to be careful on that early yellow card, of course. Mora out to the left-hand side. This is much better from Mexico. To Quinones. So switch the play to the right-hand side. That's a poor pass. Plays it into the feet of O'Reilly. That's a heavy pass into Gordon. Results in a heavy touch and a good tackle from Sanchez to come away with the ball, and Mexico have it once again. So England to do the defending, setting up almost that 4-4-2-esque mid-block, if you will. Mexico, Jimenez, Quinones, heavy touch. He trying to track and follow him at any kind of outcome, but Mexico forced back after a good press from England. Looking for a ball over the top, too much on it, and into the thankful hands of Jordan Henderson. Balls it out quickly, does Pickford into the feet off Cons when he gets it straight back. 1-2 between the keeper. Pickford, of course, maybe someone of he knows he'll be wanting to do better off that goal scored by Congo in the round of 32. I don't think he was too much at fault, but I know a goalkeeper of his standard, the toffee shot stopper, that he'll want to do better than that. And I think sometimes early on as a goalkeeper you do, that wasn't a save if you will, but a cross into the box, you claim it, you feel a bit more confident, don't you? Getting your hands on the ball, if you will. O'Reilly on the left hand side. Mexico giving England no space at all as soon as they're about to basically pass the halfway line. Gahey looks for a ball over the top for Saka. He'll get there first touch. It's a touch that he's reaching for it, then almost just pokes it into the path of the goalkeeper. But nice pass from Gahey. Just Saka always stretching for it. It's one of them where I think if you're being really critical, it could have been a better touch, but he's stretching for it. So I don't want to say that. As Mexico now with the ball, they look for a long switching play from right to left. Gallardo will get there. Great play from him. Then Saka pokes it off the Mexican fullback. He's upset. He wants a corner. Looked like it was just great defensive play from Bukayo Saka originally. Watching it. Pokes off of him. Then off the left leg of Saka. No, I apologise. That should be a corner kick for the hosts. Well, it has been given as a goal kick for England. Konza to take it. That's become a bit of a theme at this tournament. One of the centre-backs taking it. Well, he rolls it to Pickford, who goes long to the right-hand side. Saka tries to nod it down. Kwanzaa's up there in an attacking position as well. Rice covering him at full-back. This one on the left-hand side for Mexico, and they will go back and cycle that possession. Montez to Mora. He's been hounded down. Gordon nearly on the blind side of the young midfielder getting in there. That's why he's probably a candidate to start over a Rashford. Both, of course, incredible players, but in terms of off the ball, you say Gordon brings a lot more intensity and more pressing, more work rate than the Barcelona loanee. Lovely ball from left to right, looking for Sanchez. Alvarado, first touch, will swing a ball into the box. Header in, well saved by Pickford. It was low from Raul Jimenez. Pickford had to get down there. Alvarado is a lovely ball to get over the head of Gahey, and that was creeping in the bottom corner from the new Wolves man. Pickford had to get there, forces a corner for Mexico. First big chance of the game coming on the 15th minute mark. As I said, Pickford had to get down to that. That was 1-0 to Mexico. Of course, seeing the stat coming in, Jimenez of scoring against Pickford, nearly added to his title there. Corner comes in. Alvarado swings one into the front post. It's gone behind. Was that last off of Bellingham or the Mexico forward? I'm not quite sure. It was a few players from post. It did come off of Bellingham. So back-to-back corners for Mexico. It will be an in-swinger from Alvarado once again. Pictures linger on Jimenez. Alvarado swings it into the front post once again, nodded away by England. Only as far, of course, as Mexico will keep possession. Lyra's forced to go back to his goalkeeper, Raul Orangel. He looks for options, of course, as did with Jimenez. Scored the most goals against Pickford in his career in England. Look to add to that tally. Mexico still with the ball just inside their own half. Just over 16 minutes into this round of 16 clash in Mexico City. Mexico 0, England 0. But we did just have our biggest chance in the opening stages. Now ball over the top, Gallardo. He's chasing, he'll do well to keep it in. When he keeps it in to stop it going out from a goal kick, he has to stop it going out though for a throw-in. There is shouts and hints of an offside possibly. Did look like he was, would have been very close. The linesman's flag has stayed down, so yeah, England will get the ball, but it won't be what they wanted with a free kick. Kwanzaa's going to take that long-esque throw-in, almost inside his own corner flag. Doesn't really work out as Jimenez wins the header in the battle. Kwanzaa goes down wanting the free kick, then Saka is bundled down by Gallardo before England can take the free kick. The referees would have a word with Kwanzaa. I think it's quite lucky because Kwanzaa goes down and touches the ball as well, so the Mexico are looking for a handball, not to get a free kick there. That foul by, definitely is a foul on Saka, pushing that cross and header back though from Alvarado into Jimenez. What an opening goal that would have been. It takes a bounce just as Pickford's diving down, takes that bounce, so it's even more awkward for the England number one. Mexico so close to taking an early lead. For the time being, stays goalless, and Jordan Pickford getting in the good books of England fans once again. Anderson on the right hand side, puts it out to the right, wins a throw in actually, into Declan Rice. Just over 18 minutes in, and England yet to really even test, I'd say, the back four of Mexico. Nevertheless, the goalkeeper. Big tackle coming in there, winning the ball though, Anderson. He then tries to win it but loses out. Mexico move it so quickly through the thirds whenever they can. And they do slow it down now though, but they do get that chance, so we'll swing it out and look for opportunities. Quinones, Mora, looking for options. 1-2, back to Mora, edge of the area, goes for a strike, nearly falls kindly for Quinones on a deflected effort. Saka, well, that's a poor pass into Kane, putting his striker under a lot of pressure. Then booed the way Bellingham goes down. He wants a foul. I think he's going to get it as well. The referee's sprinting over to Montes. He's not happy about something. Don't know if it's the hand motion that Montes was saying, and Montes is the skipper. I mean, Montes has his arm all over Bellingham, and as he pulls him down, it's one of them where it's a little bit soft possibly, but if you've got your arm wrapped around a player and they go down, I don't think you can have too much of complaints. Don't have your arm wrapped around the on-running midfielder. England do have the ball with Pickford. Well, he's about halfway into his own half at the moment, waiting for a Mexican player to press him down. Well, then that could be very dangerous if Mexico got a press correctly. Kwanzaa into Rice, who was stripped back to Pickford. Gahey swings it wide for Gordon on the left-hand side. He's going to take it down the line. He likes his chances against Sanchez here. Gets past him as well. Ball into the box. Deflected away and out for a corner. That's the pace of Anthony Gordon. That's the directness of the England winger right there. Decent ball back in. I'm not sure if it would have got to anyone. Look, unfortunately for Lyra as well, it came off his right leg and then bobbled up on his right arm. If his leg doesn't take that deflection, that could have been a handball, of course, but deflects off one part of the body before the other. Will be a second corner of the game for England. I believe it's the fourth as a total. Got some tall players in the squad. Gahey, Kwanzaa, O'Reilly. Kane, of course, will be the man. And so will Bellingham to step up. This time Rice looks like he will swing this in and take it short. It's a decent ball in. Heads go up and it's cleared away. It's a good header as well to put it out for a throw-in. I believe England will keep the defenders up, will they? No, they won't. Gahey, at least Gahey's making his way back. O'Reilly. He's got a few options. Again, poor throwing. That's the second time now O'Reilly's on the left-hand side. A simple throwing. And has got it all so wrong. Really disappointed. Tuchel can't... He's perplexed. He can't believe they've got something... He put two up there going 2 times now. How can you get it so wrong 2 times? A simple throw-in. Really disappointing there. I know it's... throwing, maybe quarterback would have been rather that situation. That's really poor. From that goal kick, Mexico lose it in the middle. Bellingham wins it off of Lyra. That's great play from the Mexican midfielder to come away with the ball, swivels and turns and keeps a hold of it, keeps possession, and leaves Mexico taking over. Alvarado on the right into Mora centrally. Lyra and then back to Vasquez. He's got a bit of room here as Vasquez to drive forward. Quinones being hounded down. Sort of great pass into the middle. Elliot Anderson wins it. I think the referee's going to pause for play here because it came off of him. And I do believe he's going to call for the hydration break at the same time. I do believe. Let's wait for full confirmation by the broadcasters. And by the players, well, looking back to live pictures, by the players making their way to the dugout. I can imagine, yes, it is a hydration break for both these sides. Just about it, 23 minutes on the clock in this round of 16 clash. Warm welcome if you are joining. For the next 3 minutes, you won't be missing anything. It is the ever-loved hydration break here in Mexico City. It is goalless so far. Mexico 0, England 0. Biggest chance coming just after the 15th minute mark. Lovely play down the right from Alvarado. Sanchez overlapping him as well. And the ball into Raul Jimenez. Lovely diving header from the Mexican number 9. It was a lower header as well. Took a good bounce off the surface. It picked up a lot of power and pace, it has to be said. Great save by Pickford. Low down to his front post. One you'd expect, but great reactions from the shot stopper. Bar that, we've not had much in the opening first quarter, if that's what you'd like to go by it, between these two sides. It is Mexico 0, England 0. Round of 16 action. We've already had a couple of winners in the round of 16, and as the tournament progresses this summer, we've got a couple of matchups for the quarter-final already confirmed. This will be the second confirmation of a team, of course. That big win for Norway in New York, New Jersey. These are all eyes for England and Mexico coming into this game. Would have been on Norway, or at least the last few hours I should say, and for Mexico now they're sitting back enjoying the high life in New York. And they are awaiting the winners of this game. Of course, that's to be played Saturday evening, English time, 10 p.m. So, a late one, if you will. Well, there's not an early one with the time difference from England to the USA and Mexico and Canada. So, be a late one, 25 minutes on the clock. What a packed out stadium it is here in Mexico. We've seen some fantastic stadiums. I think Mexico, Monterrey and Guadalajara, as well as the Mexico City Stadium, they've been maybe my 3 favourite. They've been sights to behold. So the hydration break, we're just about to get underway once again. Javier Aguirre having a few words with Jude Bellingham there. I don't exactly know what award over. A few smiles, I can imagine. Maybe it's not if one team goes ahead, but we are back underway after that short intervention, if you will. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Here come England, ball switch from right to left. Anthony Gordon does also well to keep it in play, and he's still going. Edge of the area, strike comes in, saved by the goalkeeper Raul Rangel. Gordon though, that was all him. Touch inside and then touch past Sanchez. Cuts back inside. Kane was there, but I think the pass is hard to slot it into him through the legs of Montes, trying to block and get in the way. Nothing really coming for it now. Long ball forward for Mexico. Is that going to be a foul? By Jimenez on Konza it is. I think if anything that was maybe just a coming together and a clash of legs, but referee didn't care about that, giving the at the attempt so far. It's the first attempt for England and the first on target as well. 3 for Mexico, 1 on target. England 1 shot, 1 on a target. O'Reilly plays it down the line looking for Gordon. He's turning as he takes it, so fortunately loses out there with the ball. Mexico looking for options. Alvarado, ball forward for Jimenez, well won in the middle by Anderson there. He's got a couple of Mexican players on him. Referee says no foul. The new Manchester City man wanted one. That's great play from Kwanzaa to come into the middle and win the ball for his team. So I'm sure if he plays well or plays badly, the questions will still, and the spotlight be on a Jarrell Kwanzaa. Kane dropping deep here on the ball to win it. To the right hand side too. Kwanzaa means he can just get back in his position. Forward area, Bellingham. See you take it down there for referee. He says no. Poor pass in the middle, and England try to win it back straight away with a counter press. It's past Gordon though and into Sanchez, and now with Mora that come forward. Hunting his man down there is Declan Rice. Press past him though. Bellingham will do well to come back and win it though. Big tackles coming in, and the game's getting really into a flow now. Great tackle from Sanchez. Space is being left by England here on the left-hand side, down the right. Ball was in for Sanchez. He looked to his right. As soon as he looked to his left and made a run, the ball was played by Mora. There was a little bit too much. I don't think he gets there, Sanchez, even if the ball is better. Too easy there for England, but in the middle it is getting tackles are going in. No, nothing reckless, but tackles going in, foot's being left in from the goal kick. England trying to play out here. Anderson down the left hand side to Bellingham. Is he taking a bit of a knock there? Well, he's still down. Referee's just going to not play for a moment. Lyra's the one who's under the referee's skin quite clearly here. Bellingham is back up to his feet, just watching the Bellingham foul back. I think the painful thing is that Sanchez actually doesn't go with his knees, but he tackles in, and as his knees are going down for the tackle, it's just in the on knee, so that might be very painful for Bellingham. A bit inconspicuous kind of injury, but definitely an injury to keep an eye on, possibly, just that knee on knee. It's very awkward. Mexico are back in possession with the 2 centre-backs, very similar to what England were doing earlier. A lot of back, forth, no you have it, between the 2 centre-backs. Lyra will now look to spread the play to the left to Gallardo. Loses out and Saka. Ball played to him, he tries to take a touch in the air, and as he comes down loses his footing anyway, so last off of him, and Mexico have the ball back. No one really in control of the game so far. Just had spurts and moments, as we probably would say. Best chance I've already spoke about, that was about 15 minutes ago. Also from Raul Jimenez. Left-hand side here, opportunity. Ball into the box for Mexico. Cleared away on as far as the edge of the area. Anderson will clear it away to Rice. Although he tries his damnedest. He's not going to keep that one in play, and the throw-in is taken quickly. Anderson, great play to win the ball back, but Quinones so tough and strong that he loses it and then wins it back instantly. Romo, roughly first few touches there. Alvarado. Back to the two centre-backs. They do move it smoothly, especially when they get in the middle. When they put those quick passes together, it has to be said. They look very menacing. Montez at the back. Of course, third time that Mexico have co-hosted this competition. For the first time since '86, we're on the verge of the quarter-finals. That happened as well when they were the hosts, so maybe a bit of history replaying here. Of course, as I spoke about Mexico City Stadium, the record as Mexico come forward, strike comes in from Romo outside the area. Strike goes well wide from the Mexican number 7. As I say, speaking about the Mexican City Stadium, opened 60 years ago now, in 1966. Since then, Mexico have won 70, drawn 17, sorry. But they've only lost 2, as I spoke about earlier, so Mexico very much at home in their home stadium, especially in this summer's tournament. Good tackle by Gordon Anderson. Trying to be a bit of keep hold here. Back to O'Reilly. Anderson back to O'Reilly. Very slow here from England, especially as well. And I can imagine with the temperature, I'm not having to go at the not pressing because the temperature's high, but you can't keep up a high press for this long as you could in maybe colder climates. There's not wrong with changing your tactic up and saying, right, this is what I'm working with. England still knocking it around at the back and really making any dents into his Mexican defence. Konza to Kwanzaa. Saka looks to put it through his defender's legs. That's not going to work. Now down the left hand side, Quinones. Still England can't really get a can't lay a glove on them, can the Three Lions? Calm, cool and composed on the ball. Oh, more a lovely turn of foot there down the right hand side. That's Sanchez. Big tackle coming from Nico O'Reilly. Trying to win the ball there, the left back. But again, Mexico, especially that midfield three, Lyra, Romo, and Youngster Moro, they just look so confident on the ball. They want to get on the ball, they want to knock it around. Got no fear about it at all. Especially with more of that youthful exuberance, I can see a little bit more. Montez. Sanchez down the right hand side to Alvarado. Pulls it back to Montez and still going. Ball swung into the back sticks. Too much on it. Gordon lets it roll out. Yes, he does. So throwing on the left hand side, close to the wrong corner flag for England, as we're just about 10 minutes away from the 45 minutes being finished. As you know, well, that'll just be put on to extra time, so we've probably got more like 10 plus minutes at the minimum. But 34 minutes on the clock. Mexico 0, England 0. Who's bound to face Norway in the next round? Could it be in Mexico? Could it be Lions? Have to wait and see. Lyra dropping deep. Swings it to the left hand side. Quinones. An opportunity to shoot. Pulls it back into Jimenez. Look at the ball, Mexico. They keep ticking over very nicely, has to be said. Sanchez down the right hand side. Still on the right with Alvarado. Just need to help out there and try to double up, if you will. Not having much of the ball in the last few moments. Ball over the top, looking for Jimenez. Going to get there first. Pickford well read by the England number 1. Had to be. Still would have been rather awkward for Jimenez. I can't take that away, but it was a lovely ball and a lovely run. Now England are going to come forward with a bit of space. Right-hand side, Saka. Got a few options in the box. Takes it down the byline, puts one into the box. Opportunity! And England take the lead. Jude Bellingham, the man. Harry Kane was in there, but Jude Bellingham gets on the score sheet. Bukayo Saka down that right-hand side. Dinks one into the box. All the focus on Harry Kane. But it's Jude Bellingham who nods one home. Those England fans in Mexico City, they're the one bouncing right now. It all came from that long ball that Pickford picked up. And it was a quick thinking, quick idea, just bowled it out to Declan Rice. And down his right-hand side, Mexico were exposed for the moment. Just plays it quickly out to Saka, and many times we've seen cut inside on his left foot. And the fullback daring to go down the byline. That's where the space was. Lovely quick feet from Saka. A few step overs and just dinks one into the box. Kane gets in behind. Bellingham gets away from his marker. I couldn't tell you who his marker was supposed to be. But the two centre-backs are just honed in, focused in on Harry Kane. Bellingham in behind. Sanchez does his best, I think, to keep up with Bellingham. And a diving header from England's number 10, Jude Bellingham. 38 minutes into this game. It is Mexico 0, England 1. Mexico about to taste their third defeat at this stadium competitively. Well, they've lost the ball again. Gordon flying forward into Bellingham. He rolls it into Harry Kane. An awkward angle, plays it back across the face of goal. And Bellingham at the brace. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Jude Bellingham and England. And in 2 minutes has this game gotten away from Mexico. Harry Kane played in by Bellingham, maybe a little bit wide. I'm thinking, is he going to go for a strike at goal? No, he plays it back across the face of goal. And it's Jude Bellingham on the score sheet once again. The Mexicans, they're absolutely distraught. The team are distraught. And England have come to play from kickoff. It's the pace, the power and pressing of Anderson who wins it. Gordon lays it off for Harry Kane. Plays it back across the face of goal. Anderson would have been offside. Well, he's never even involved because he's at the back sticks. He's put in a great position. And Bellingham is there. Lyra tries to block it. He can't. Jude Bellingham is there. Bellingham brace puts England 2-0 up. And in the blink of an eye, Thomas Tuchel runs away in celebration. The whole point of what everyone did say with the altitude of Mexico City, this and that travel, the home support that said, can England last the first half an hour? Well, they've done that and more. If yes, they survived the first half an hour, could you get into half time? Maybe 0-0 and build upon that. Well, they're going to take a lead in, you'd like to think. Mexico now looking to respond and come back, though. They come down the left-hand side. It's Jimenez, rolls it back to Gallardo. Lyra, well now this has completely changed the dynamics of the game. 1-0 is completely different as well. But now, I think England might be looking for a third as well. How do Mexico respond? I think it's so important, isn't it, that they don't concede a third before half time. I know how maybe silly that sounds, but it's so important, isn't it? They've got a free kick though, about halfway into the England half. I mean, if they were to get a response and they were to get a goal, that would be something different. Ball comes into the box, it's nodded away. Bellingham will pick it up just outside his own penalty area. He does well, he's a man on fire, he's a man on a hat-trick, let's remember as well. Great play. Into Anderson. Left-hand side, Gordon. Can't keep it in play, good defensive play from Mexico. 5 minutes away from half-time, well if you're joining us, the last 5 minutes, you've missed a corker. 2 goals in 2 minutes, basically, from Jude Bellingham. Means that it's Mexico 0, England 2. The Mexicans had that big chance with Raul Jimenez early on in the game. Left-hand side, Gallardo fakes it once, and he swings it in, deflected off of Saka. It will be kept in play, excuse me. And Saka clips the heels of Gallardo. Saka's not happy, and Saka says, that's a diver effort. I thought it was a clip of the heels. Well, this is an even better opportunity for a free kick. It's just outside the penalty. Well, maybe a bit further than I originally thought. But it's wide on the left-hand side. It's a really good chance to just swing one in here, get the bodies in the box. Of course, they'll have to be a tad careful of a counter-attack, because at 2-0, yes, you're down, you're not out. At 3-0, maybe you are down. And I've seen a lot of crazy things happen this tournament. Ball is swung, it's a great delivery, it's in the box, and they get their goal! Quinones with the half volley, and 3 goals inside 6 minutes, and Mexico City is back alive. It is Mexico 1, England 2. Lovely ball into the box. They just couldn't clear their lines, could England? The man who scored that stunner against Ecuador has given the Mexicans hope. As I said, you could probably hear a pin drop in the Mexico City Stadium when Bellingham bagged his second. And now, Quinones, who's had a fantastic tournament, gets another ball into the box. I'm sure everything will be checked for offside, onside. Everyone looks to be onside. Just takes a deflection maybe off of Montes. Looks like, it's Konza who tries to clear it away, and it falls on the volley. I've said half volley. It's on the volley. It's a sweet strike from Quinones. He has to get that one right. Flies into the back of the net. Nothing that Jordan Pickford can do about that one. And now we have a game on once again. Ball down the left-hand side quickly. Quinones, that should be a throw-in. They want a corner. I think that's gone out of play first, but 4 goals in 5 appearances during this tournament for Julian Quinones. He's the main man for his side. And all those goals in quick succession for Bellingham, and now England have to respond. Kwanzaa has a throw-in. Deep inside his own half. He looks to play it along Bellingham on the end of it. Doesn't win it though. Mora picks up the slack. Ball in behind for Sanchez down the right-hand side. Great defending from O'Reilly. He'll come away with it, and he will shoulder it out of play as well. Fantastic defensive display there from Nico O'Reilly. Oh, the first half we've had here in Mexico City. The opening half an hour was intense. I have to say though, in the opening 35 minutes, the only piece of attacking quality was from Raul Jimenez with his headed effort, saved well by Jordan Pickford, no doubt about it. But then what from the Bellingham's 36-minute strike from the kickoff? England basically won the ball, quickly went up and scored a second, and then from that free kick, Konza's clearance just wasn't good enough. And now England still lead, but Mexico, you just feel that's that response they wanted, and of course they will push in these last few minutes of the first half to go into half-time, maybe even level, who knows. But that was like, right, we've got that goal, we can maybe get into half-time and go from there. They just don't want to concede another before half-time. Ball's won well in the middle of by Mora into Quinones. Here come Mexico. Right-hand side, Alvarado dinks one into the back, sticks, it's headed away. Can it be cleared away? Yes, it can by Konza. I say headed away, I should have really just said headed back up into there. Konza then just stabs and clears one out of play. Rice is there at the last line of defence. Mexico, I said about going into half-time, 1 down. Going into half-time, a level pegging. Gallardo, left-hand side, swings a ball into the box. Jimenez goes up. Anderson slices it clear to Alvarado on the right-hand side. Looks to go past Anderson. Does well, actually, to flick it off the man bound for the blue side of Manchester. We've played 45 minutes, 5 minutes of stoppage time. Throwing is quickly taken by Alvarado. Cleared away, though, following a heavy touch from Mora by O'Reilly. Ball into the box. It's held down. Jimenez! Strike just wide of the mark. Just got over it and dragged it wide a little bit. Yeah, just doesn't get the strike he wants. Pickford was scrambling and stretching. And he wouldn't have got on the end of it. That's on target, watching it back. Jimenez getting that big headed opportunity. That's not an easy strike at all. I'm sure though someone of his standard will think I could have maybe done better there. Ball forward, Harry Kane nods it on. Saka will just keep it in play. Oh no, he won't. Referee, the linesman on the side says no, so a goal kick for Mexico. For England, it's important they now make it in. I think leading 2-1 because Mexico look good coming forward. Actually, it's a lovely delivery. Cons is just trying to clear it, doesn't get it right. It's just off of his heel almost, if you will. Quinones still, it's right on the penalty spot and it falls for him. Lovely height to volley it in the back of the net. Maybe if I was to describe a similar kind of strike, I would say the one that Harry Kane put over the bar against Ghana in the last few minutes of the second group stage game. You've got to hit that right, because if you are leaning back, if you slice it, you've got to hit it so precise, so well. If not, it's flying over the bar. And the Mexican winger does so well to pick that ball out of the sky and put it in the back of the net, it has to be said. There'll be a pause in play here. I think Mexico won a throw-in, but Kyle Saka stayed down. Gallardo goes for the ball and doesn't win the ball. He just kind of takes a bit of a kick at Kimberley's trying to go off the ball, kick at the heels Saka. Mexico, though, still coming forward from that throw-in quickly. Alvarado swings a lovely ball in. Header saved by Pickford. And a diving effort from Pickford to keep his side in this. Another header on target by Raul Jimenez. That time a different one. Great header. Maybe not in the top corner, but he gets underneath it in all the best ways. It's flying in the back of the net. Great save once again by Jordan Pickford. Almost got took out by the post as well. He nearly took a whack off of that. It will result though in a corner for Mexico, so the attack is still on. The attack is still alive. 3 minutes of the 5 of stoppage time played, so Mexico still have more than enough chance to go into half-time level. Outswinger comes in. Jimenez into the back post. Montez puts it over. Was there a hint of offside? Possibly. I'm not sure. That might spare his blushes, or as maybe even Bellingham got a block onto it. No, Montez is onside. He takes a touch, or is it Bellingham who clears it? No, my apologies, it's Bellingham who clears it. Montez denied an opportunity. I thought he got right underneath it, cleared it away. It will be another corner for Mexico. So Jude Bellingham putting 2 in at the other end to give England a 2-0 lead. Last-ditch defending from Bellingham there, as it will be a corner on the other side. In-swinger coming in, handed away. Mexico, will they keep the ball in play? It will be their throw-in regardless. Last minute of stoppage time. What a last 15 minutes we've had here in the Mexico City Stadium. It's Mexico 1, England 2. Talk about drama, talk about goals and saves and opportunities. Mexico take it short. If I'm them, I don't want to hear that half-time whistle. I want to keep going and pushing and looking for that equaliser. Gallardo down the right-hand side. Sanchez. To Mora, now down the left-hand side to Vasquez. Gallardo. Quinones. Well defended there by Kwanzaa. Into Romo. Oh, it's Vasco back. Quinones was making a great run on the blind side. Mexico might just see possession out for another few seconds, and the referee might blow for half-time with seconds away from the 5 minutes being done. Have Mexico got one more chance about them? Quinones into the back sticks. It's kept alive in the penalty box. England thought that was going out of play. Gordon's the one who gets back with his man. Does he win a free kick near the corner flag? Yes, he does, just to alleviate that pressure. But I do believe the referee has blown for half-time. The free kick was given, I do believe, but half-time has been blown here in Mexico City. Well, first half an hour, you just felt that tension, that scrappiness. Just after half an hour though, a Bellingham brace, 2 goals in 2 minutes, put England comfortably 2 to the good. And then after a free kick and a poor clearance from Ezri Konza was met on a sweet volley by Julian Quinones. It is at half time. Mexico 1, England 2. Join us shortly for second half coverage.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Well, it is a warm welcome back to unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all of the action from the Mexico City Stadium as Mexico take on England in the round of 16, who will be facing Erling Haaland and Norway in just under a week's time, Saturday evening in the quarterfinals. Well, at the moment, will be the Three Lions. It is Mexico 1, England 2. The opening half an hour full of intensity as well of tension, of course, as you would expect from both sides. And realistically, 2 minutes of Bellingham magic for England, as 2 goals in 2 minutes from Jude Bellingham put them 2-0 open. Then less than 5 minutes later, after the second one went in, Junio Quinones with the goal on the volley just inside the 6-yard box for Mexico. Puts this game on a knife edge once again. England felt like they were in cruise control, and they still are in control, it has to be said. But after maybe Mexican hearts being broken, seeing that second Bellingham goal going in such quick succession as well, it was basically from the kickoff that Gordon and Anderson Preston won the ball and played it out to Kane on the right hand side. He's put a lovely ball back into the box for Bellingham to tap home. And then it was a free kick that wasn't cleared away well enough by Ezri Konza. Right place, right time, Quinones. Not an easy finish on the volley, could have sliced it high and wide over the bar. He's had a great tournament so far, 4 goals in 5 games so far this summer in the competition, so he's been excellent for Mexico. So now sets it up so nicely for the second half here in Mexico City. There has been one change for these sides. Edson Alvarez has come on for Mexico. This one for Cesar Montes, the skipper, so we'll also take the armband off of Montes for England. Do exactly how they started and ended the first half. So teams quickly, Rangel in goal for the host. Back forward, Sanchez, now Edson Alvarez, Vasquez and Gallardo, Romo, Lyra and Mora, midfield 3, Quinones, Jimenez and Alvarado. The forward 3 for the Three Lions. Pickford made some big saves in that first half. He's in goal. Back of Konza, Kwanzaa, Gehi and O'Reilly. Anderson and Yelakari, Declan Rice in the middle. Saka, Bellingham and Gordon supporting skipper Harry Kane. Ball on the right hand side for Mexico. Vasquez, who's been hounded down there, has to go back to his centre back. Well, I want to be back to Alvarez and left hand side. Gallardo pokes it forward, but it's intercepted. Rice. Kane holds it up well. It's for the run there of Saka, but well defended from Alvarez. Almost holds Kane up, if you will. Means that he's already offside as the England forward when Kane tries to play that ball forward. Very scrappy in the middle at the moment between the two sides. Strike comes in from about 40 yards out there from Lyra. Blocked well away, and Gordon's going to pick it up as well. And the pace of Gordon, I mean, he's got a bit of space here to drive into. Kane's deep, looking for an option. You know, of course, I'm sure he would like to get on the score sheet. He is Golden Boot rivals Mbappe, Messi and Haaland on 7 now. After goals in the last round. Well, sorry, this round I should say. Kane on 5, of the 3 of those on 7. Gordon on the left hand side plays it down the line for Nico O'Reilly, back into the area all the way through. Mexico don't clear it. Saka will get there as he pushed off the ball by Quinones. They will get a throw in with England, regardless if it's a corner kick. It's in a lovely area. Someone just got to get in there. Harry Kane, Saka, I'm not sure who. Someone's got to get in there, and it's a tap in realistically. Throw in has been given. Kwanzaa, apologies, will be the one to take. Long one into Kane. Bobbles over his head, falls on the edge of the area. Nico O'Reilly off the post. England will keep the attack up with Saka. Don't think he was in an offside position. What a chance that was. Kwanzaa, ball into the box. Nodded away by, at the back sticks there, Sanchez. There will be a throw-in. Early chance there for England. It's a flurry from the Three Lions with that Nico O'Reilly. Low-driven shot. Clinging. Clanging off the post. They're back in possession now, the Three Lions. Konza out to Saka. So he'll go down as the assist maker for the first one for Bellingham. Great play. Don't see him go down that byline as enough as I would like, or most people like to see. Took it down the byline, that's where the space will put a lovely ball into the box. And Bellingham's diving header did the business. Gordon on the left-hand side, one-on-one against Alvarado, takes it past his man, ball into the box. O'Reilly has to take a touch off his thigh, it's just a little bit behind him as well. Mexico haven't cleared their lines, and now they have. It's a big, long clearance away. All the way back to Pickford. And England do have the ball. 5 minutes into this second half. One welcome, unofficial, independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action. Mexico 1, England 2 at the moment. It will be Haaland and co against England in the quarterfinals, but do not write out Mexico. At 2-0, you felt, yes, comfortable, the Three Lions are, but that goal could really end up being that spanner in the works into this second half. On ball forward, Bellingham does so well, still comes away with the ball. He's passed another one, he's driving forward all on his own, still going. Great tackle from Edson Alvarez, had to be. Felt for Bellingham there because that was almost a one-man army there. He's still down on the deck, gets back up and he's pressing like a madman to try and win the ball. His teammates, so if anything's into him, just slow it down. No need to make mistakes pressing and getting out of position, if you will, or anything silly like that. Alvarado. Space on this left-hand side if they can find Gallardo. They can, but that's a great tackle there from Kwanzaa. Mexico are happy, but to me, did he get the man? Yes. Did he get the ball more importantly? Yes. A lovely ball dinked out to Gordon from right to left on the left-hand side. He's got space open. Takes it past his man, but he is taken down there. Just on the edge of the area. Well, Mexico can't quite believe it. They think it's a dive. It's not a foul. It is a clear foul. What a ball that was from right to left. I believe the referee's going over to the dugout for a moment, as it does seem there is something going on there as the England dugout were about in the middle of making their way back. Lyra's pointing at someone. I'm not too sure. Lyra's picked up the ball. I think it stemmed from Jarrell Kwanzaa's tackle, where he does win the ball. He studs watching it back. I thought it was a great tackle at the time, and kind of want to say it still is. His right boot, his studs are high, almost on the left calf of the Mexico defender, and the referee's going to the monitor. That's what this is all about. And whatever I think, first of all, I think he wins the ball. Maybe goes over, if you want to say. You see that slow image and watch it back of that studs quite high just underneath the you see that freeze frame. It don't matter, you see the freeze frame. He's going to give Kwanzaa a red card, I think, here. And how this changes the game. England 2-0 up in quick succession. Mexico got that goal back, and now there might even be a man up as well with Jarrell Kwanzaa perhaps about to receive his marching orders. Referee's made his decision. I'm no mouth lip reader. And Kwanzaa has been given a red card. He can't believe it. The rest of the team quite can't believe it. But right back has been a question for the Three Lions all tournament long, coming into the tournament well before it realistically as well. And now Kwanzaa is off the field for a dangerous high tackle, with his studs showing. Straight red card. And so early on in the second half as well. I wonder how this will change the game. Mexico might just have that, not even second wind, that just keep going about it. Now when you look at the bench as well for England, who would be the player to come on? There's been injuries at that position. There've been players who are in the squad that aren't in the squad anymore, of course. Spence is available. James perhaps. Injury and fitness is your worry there. More of the worry There is this free kick as it's being pulled back, and Mexico the free kick. It's a great delivery, cleared away though, and I do believe there will be a free kick in the box. Harry Kane is holding his left leg. England are furious. Gallardo as Kane's down, shouting at Kane. He's not happy, and if the referee's not careful, this is the opportunity to get out of hand here really quickly. Kane clears the ball, Gallardo goes for it, and he catches Kane as he goes down. He catches him almost on his left leg. So the referee really has to be careful here. You don't lose control. Mexico thinks everything's against them. England thinks everything's against them from now on. So the referee can't be a good guy in anyone's eyes. Gets a chance to watch this Nico O'Reilly shot back. I say it was a Nico O'Reilly shot off the post. It was off the post, and it did come off the left boot of Nico O'Reilly. But that's the first replay I've seen. That would have been a Jude Bellingham hat-trick. That came off the right leg of Bellingham. He almost poked it without knowing because he turned his back to the ball. He almost just poked it with his right boot instinctually into the back. No, that's a collision and that's a coming together. Is that not a free kick? No, it's not. Bellingham and more of that. Referee just gives a throw-in for Mexico, and now all eyes on the bench for England. They haven't really there hasn't been any movement with the Three Lions at the moment. They're almost playing a back five kind of. Saka playing as a wing back. As on the left hand side, Gallardo, Quinones, one touch, takes every touch away from his man. Strike, drags it wide, and as I say, that England are going to make a change. John Stones will be the man coming on. Who will it looks like? Maybe perhaps Bukayo Saka. Looks like he will be the man to come off the field to play. Of course it is. Now the question though would be who goes into that right back slot. Stones can play there. Konza can play there, so perhaps Konza goes to right back, and there's also a 4-2-3, I don't know, 4-3-2. Be interesting to see in the next few minutes. This long ball forward, headed on by Kane. Gordon takes it past the goalkeeper. That should be a penalty, and the referee points it to the spot. And just like that, England are down to 10 men, but England have the opportunity to regain their 2-goal buffer. Header over the top by Harry Kane, getting on the end of it. Gordon, his pace and his anticipation. Question is Harry Kane off? Oh, that's very close. And the offside the bit. Ball over the top. Might even come off and came up with the question, but Gordon anticipates it superbly. It's Alvarez heads it on to the shoulder almost of Harry Kane. Gordon reads it so well, as I say. Gets there before the keeper and is taken down, takes a tumble there. There might be a look at this, I'm not too sure, but for the moment there is a penalty given for England. It's Mexico 1, England 2. What a game we've had here in Mexico City. The referee is just looking at all the Mexican players saying, unless you're kind of the captain, get away, you're chirping at me, you're annoying me now. I'm listening to VAR, you want me to do something about VAR? Well, I'm listening. If you keep yapping, I can't do too much about it because I can't hear them. I don't think this will be disallowed for anything of offside or anything. Bellingham, the big question now, realistically, Bellingham was on a hat-trick. Of course, Harry Kane would be your penalty taker. I think, yes, Bellingham is holding the ball, so he's going to give it to Kane. Kane's chasing a golden boot as well in the competition. His last 5 penalties for club and country. 4 goals scored, 1 missed. But well wide, of course, in Germany. He's got a great record. He's already scored 5 times in a tournament this summer. And Harry Kane has got the opportunity, after already getting 13 goals in this competition, after that brace against Congo, passing Pele in the all-time list in tournament football since 2020. He's got 11 in in that just 5.5, 6 year space and span. Oh, he's got an opportunity to get his first of the evening, get England's third, and his 14th goal at this tournament to continue to break records. England number 9 on the skipper up against Raul Rangel. Can Kane make it England 3, Mexico 1, or will the goalkeeper be the hero? Kane steps up to take. Back of the net for Harry Kane. The keeper goes the right way, but you can't stop penalties like that right in the bottom corner. Credit to Rangel, dives the right way, nothing more he can do about it. But Harry Kane, his impressive summer, his impressive tournament continues to roll on. As on the hour, it is Mexico 1, England 3. What a topsy-turvy game we've had here in Mexico City. Kept themselves alive here of Mexico, but that penalty, that will be the last. So we'll make another change as well. Looks like it's going to have to be attacking. It is. Two midfielders, Romo and Mora, are leaving the field of play. And Gutierrez and Santiago Jimenez onto the field of play. Are we about to get back on? Yes, we are. The referee still waiting for something. Apologies. Don't know what he's waiting for. As we are back on the way. 61.5 minutes on the clock. What a game. And this tournament's had so many classics, so many bangers. And at the moment, this is nothing less than exactly that. Mexico 1, England 3. That's going to be a tackle there and a foul to boot as well from Alvarez on Kane, and the referees have a look at Alvarez and saying, yep, that's your final warning, almost before a yellow card comes in. It's interesting to see how England, we all know what Mexico are going to do now for half an hour. We don't know how they're going to play. Question is how England going to play. They're going to keep the pressure up, going to keep the ball. They're going to sit back, allow pressure to build as forward come Mexico down the left-hand side. Quinones has already bailed them out once. Ball down the line to Gallardo. Ball into the box. Great tackle at the back there from Stones. It's out of play. Ball into the box from the left-hand side. It's cleared away. Only as far as Alvarado. Switches left, switches right, down on your drive. Ball into the box, straight down the. Well, it's driven in, I should say, not drive. Driven in from Gutierrez. But Pickford comes and claims that well. Watching from a few moments ago as well, that punch from Pickford, as that was a good ball in. And again, Mexico, they're going to push till the very last second. We all know that. The three lines, I think now they've got that 2-goal buffer. That's the difference. When Quinones got that goal later on, it's only one. Whereas that 2-goal is absolutely massive. Bellingham pings one forward for Gordon, gets on the end of it. He's been electric this evening. Just one too many green jerseys in front of him there, and he is dispossessed. But he's looked so lively. He's been on the ball as Anthony Gordon, one of the main players, got the penalty. Pressed high to win the ball. Mexican come forward here down the left-hand side though. Quinones. He will win a throw in for his side. Gutierrez. Quinones. Look for option there to swing a ball into the box. Gallardo will take it down the line. Fizzes one across the face of Goldstone. Just clears it up into the sky. I think he sliced it at the same time, so I believe it will be a corner. coming up here for Mexico. Jimenez. They're not the tallest squad in Mexico when you look at the team, and now they brought a striker on, that adds more. Outswinger from Gallardo, decent delivery, but let's go up and cleared away by Gutierrez, out to the left-hand side. Looking for options still. Ball swinging to the right-hand side into the back sticks. Sanchez, heads go up, it's not cleared away. Will it fall for a Mexican? Still going. They do well to keep this alive. That's a poor pass though. And that's going to be a... Is it a foul the referee is calling here? As everything has just, of course, become so chaotic. Looks like, I want to say, he's given the free kick against Bellingham on Quinones. Harry Kane took a little bit of a knock, watching the replay back as well. I know the referee will give the free kick here, but Mexico, they're banging on that door, aren't they? If they do get that second... Kane and Alvarez, two skippers, been called over. I don't know what the referee's having a word with. I'm not sure at all. VAR checking for a possible penalty. Apologies. I've just seen that on the broadcast. The referee is going to go to his monitor as well. I've yet to see a replay. I'm not sure what they're quite looking at. Again, a warm welcome apologies. I'm a bit more perplexed. Look at this as a penalty. Okay, so that's the first time I've seen that angle. Kane goes to boot the ball clear. He boots the Achilles back ankle of Gutierrez. Doesn't win the ball, but I do think that's a really harsh penalty. At the moment, this could be one of the highest scoring games. Let's say this penalty is given in the score. Well, the referee has made a decision up again, similar to earlier with the red card. I can't read lip, so we'll just have to wait and see who celebrates the most and who reacts the best by the... See fans in the stands. One opportunity. This is, and the penalty has been given. Well, Raul Jimenez spoke about his storied history with Jordan Pickford. He's watching it back. I mean, what I do have to say is the referee is in perfect position for it. And the decision has been made for the penalty. Yellow card's been given to someone. Apologies, this is all kind of kicking off, trying to get some bearings about what's going on. I think Harry Kane's the man who's been yellow carded. Yes, he has, which, if I'm correct, that's only the second yellow card of the game as well, and both have gone for English players. The first one was Declan Rice, about 60 seconds into the game. Well, Jimenez, that's 5 penalties, all scored all 5. Of course, he's leaving Fulham this summer. Never missed a penalty for the Cottagers. Jimenez, with a few deep breaths, will step up. Jimenez against Pickford. Jimenez steps up, slots it coolly into the bottom corner, and once again, it's similar as Jimenez is trying to get the ball out of Haaland's, out of his hands. Very similar to in the game with Haaland and Neymar, the penalty to the keepers. Everyone's trying to get involved. You saw that. As now this game, look, it's been interesting from the get-go. But Raul Jimenez with a perfect penalty. Watching it back, it's just a slow step up. Pickford goes to his left out of that mind game, tries to go to his right where he wants to jump his lovely penalty. That's all I have to say. I was surprised. I was surprised to see a hydration break was coming. 69.5 minutes on the clock. One welcome if you're joining. Unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentaries. Here come England down the left-hand side. On the left, England. So now, are we back to the hydration break? Referee brings a halt to the game. Not happy about something. There is a Nico O'Reilly who's down. Quite catch the number. I'll watch it back, see. Ooh, that's the problem. He wasn't caught in the face by an elbow. I thought that was one of the worst problems you could have had. In you all know you go to somewhere like with this and that, so that'll be interesting. Jimenez celebrates, rightfully so. Great penalty. There's an El Grande Americano there for recently Mexico supporting his side, but it keeps this game interesting. They go get there first, to England. Well, first of all, they go 2-0 up, 2 into session. Oh, we're done. So there's a lot of pushing and shoving here between the Mexico players themselves. Sanchez has got a yellow card. I'm really confused as to what is. Quite perplexed here by what's being given. But Mexico 2, England 3. Let's just have a talk about the highlights. We're still waiting for this game to kind of get back underway. I'm not too sure what the referee is doing. We might have a hydration break in a few moments, let's be quite frank. But it's Mexico 2, England 3. Another card's coming out. I don't know if that's a confirmation of the yellow card for Sanchez. I'm not too sure. The referee has called the hydration break, so apologies about that. I'm at the mercy of the broadcaster. Oh, unfortunately, 2 goals for Mexico, but England with 3. So at the moment, it will be the 3 Lions to go and face the Vikings, if you will, just under a week's time. It's Saturday in this competition over the summer. So you won't be missing anything if you are joining right now. 3 minutes of a hydration break to go. Seeing a lot of teams, I think, if anything, England were fantastic coming out of their hydration break. See if can work as well. Or in this second half, that'll be interesting. As I say, if you are joining, you're not missing anything. It is the hydration break. Into the 4th quarter, we will be going. Unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary of this round of 16 clash in Mexico City Stadium. Mexico versus England being a cracker of a tie here. 2 goals in quick succession. Well, basically 2 in 2 minutes, we should say, from Jude Bellingham. Give England that 2-0 lead. And Quiñones, a couple of minutes before half-time, grabbing a goal to keep it interesting, you'd have to say. Coming into the second half, and then about 8 minutes into the second half, a red card was placed upon Jallo Kwanzaa. But England 2-1 up, but down to 10 men, and basically instantly 2 minutes after that, it looks like Jed Spence is being ready to come on by Thomas Tuchel. Not quite sure who would come off for, of course. Basically, Konza's been playing at right back, if you will. But a long ball forward, basically, after that red card was given. Kane flicked it on for Gordon. Took a touch past the goalkeeper, was brought down, penalty. Bellingham on a hat-trick, gave it up for Harry Kane. He's slossing it away, as you would expect. England down to 10 men, but 3-1 open. Then it was Harry Kane who gave away the penalty. As the ball was coming down, he got underneath it. Gutierrez with the outstretched left leg was kicked. Didn't take control of the ball. Kane both going for the ball. Kane underneath him, excuse me, and kicked him. So a penalty was given. Jimenez stepped up against Pickford. Well, we spoke about earlier how Pickford loves to score against him, and he did just that. As Nico O'Reilly, I do believe he's coming off, but was just given a yellow card. There's going to be a double substitution, yes, so he's given a yellow card, but he's being replaced is O'Reilly. So is Elliot Anderson, and it will be Dan Byrne and Jed Spence who are on in their places. So you can imagine that they're quite defensive-minded changes. Look at maybe even a back five, perhaps. Maybe saying to Spence being the right back, but you've got to get up and down. I'm trying to just have a look at the side as it plays out. It could still be Konza is there. At the moment, Konza is playing at right back. England will have to do a lot of work in this fourth quarter, if you will, as Mexico have the ball. About 35 yards out from Jordan Pickford's goal. Mora. Out to Jimenez on the left-hand side. He'll float one into the back sticks. It's faked, and Spence gets there and punts it away. This game is so finely poised. Less than 15 of the 90 to go. It's Mexico 2, England 3. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action here in Mexico City. Who will be advancing to face Norway? Ball into the box, takes a deflection. Pickford comes to claim he punches. It's not a great punch. Konza will get there and knocked it well away. Again, this could be constant, you feel, for Mexico. Lyra, lovely switch ball from right to left. And so we are back underway, and this game is got a flow to it. The first maybe 35 minutes didn't, and I know goals change game, of course they do, but that's exactly what this one has done. Left hand side, Gallardo. 1-on-1 against Konza on his weaker right boot, puts one in, going for the overhead kick there is Edson Alvarez. That's not his speciality. England do deal with it, punting it long. It's going to be that kind of game now for the last, I say 15 minutes, of course. You've got the hydration break to take into account and any normal stoppage time, so you're looking at probably 20 minutes of game time left to go. Right hand side, Alvarado, a few in steps and blocks, but it still falls for him. He puts it back into a decent area. Cleared away. Now to Quiñones, and Mexico, they're very comfortable on the ball. Prefer to kind of be off of it. Ball floats into the back six. Lovely ball. Gutierrez is on the end of that one. Strike comes in, but is blocked away. From that cross, it's a decent one. It's just easily cleared away. So here come Mexico once again. Rome. Lyra swings it to the left. They're going to have to use the width, and they're using it extremely well so far. That's where the space is. Gallardo, touchdown the byline, ball into the back sticks. It's headed away by Spence. Well read there by the fullback. So he is playing on the left-hand side. So his change with Nico O'Reilly was basically like for like. Whereas Anderson coming off, that's a different story almost. As is there going to be a change here made? Yes, there is. Sanchez is coming off for Mexico. Fidalgo is coming on in his place. And they've got a corner kick coming up here. What a moment if they were to equalise and break the hearts of all the Three Lions fans out there. It will be an in-swinger. It's a decent delivery to the back six. Pickford comes to punch, gets it all wrong. Luckily for him, or is it unlucky for him, as does he get a touch on it is the question. Watching the replay back, he gets the slightest of touches. It will be another corner from the other side. Ball swung in, blocked away, so it'll be another. Just waiting on the referee's decision here. There we go, he does allow the corner to be taken. Outswinger coming in from Alvarado. Heads go up. It's going to go wide. Not quite sure I got an end there. Might have been Alvarez. More than anything, I felt what he was trying to do is just get in front of his man. I was watching it. Declan Rice got to be really careful. He's got his hands all over. I want to say it was Jimenez. I'm not too sure though. Throwing will come up for England, but that's a silly thing to do. Another change being ready up though for right to left we go. Just over 8 minutes, less than 10 to go. Mexico 2, England 3. So I'm going to make a change now. Yes, they are. Quinones will be coming off, and Martinez coming on for him. God, the goal has been impressive at this tournament, but perhaps that's something that Javier Aguilera looks at and goes, well, you're the known. I don't want to keep you on for too long. Gallardo still heavy on that left-hand side. Swings one in, strike comes in just over the bar. Jimenez. Oh, it's just over as well. Just how it falls from him, tries on to get underneath it, tries to get a. Just an opportunity there, so close. Surprised that yes, just sort of watching that back. Good save by Pickford there, long ball forward again. Once again looking for Kane, can't knock that one on. And again, is this where intensity, if it drops and fatigue, hits in that slight bit more? England are going to defend for their lives, especially with down to 10. Mexico have got the fans here in Mexico City Stadium, which will be the one to crack first, if you will. Right hand side, ball is swung in to this apartment. Heads go up, Jordan Pickford comes down and claims it first. If anything, I think I want to slow this one down. I might less than 8 of the 90 to go. And whatever stoppage time will be bound for. It's Mexico 2, England 3. Who will be facing Norway Saturday evening. Just under a week's time. Gallardo. Ball poked into the area, no one deals with it. Will it fall for a green jersey? It's an absolute melee, but it's cleared away in the end by Gehi and Konza. The Mexicans are looking dangerous. The hosts are looking dangerous whenever they come forward. Making England really work for this one, it has to be said. Left hand side, quickly out to Gallardo, takes it down the byline. Great tackle from Ezri Konza. He wants a throw, he's adamant that it should be a throw, not at least a goal kick. As you just feel the momentum shifting at the moment. As no, the goal kick has been called in the end. So England just have a few moments. I'm watching this opportunity back. It was Jet Spence with the last ditch tackle. If he's not there, right place, right time. Santiago Jimenez has got a massive opportunity to put his side level in this game. Of course, that man advantage, you've got to think there's going to be one big chance. Take it, ball forward for Kane. Lovely first touch into the feet of Bellingham, driving forward. Too many jerseys in front of him. It's defended extremely well. He's had a foul in the middle. Yes, it is. For full confirmation, watching. I thought I could show something else there. Konza getting in the way of a foul. Again, they should like it from Bellingham. Just too many jerseys in front of him. But you like the positivity he's taking players on. free kick's now given, and again maybe 11v11. This is different, even at the financial situation you'd be in with in terms of it, but it's like Declan Rice will be the one to take this. Swings it into the box, headed away. It's not a great header though, but there's a battle in it in midfield. And it's England who come away with it as well. Spence, ball over the top, looking for the run of Bellingham on a hat-trick of course as well. Too much on that one. It'll be a free, it'll be a throw-in on left hand side. Gallardo takes it quickly. Cuts inside. Back out to the right. Alvarado being very, very quiet this evening. Cuts back inside, fizzes a ball into the box, cleared away. And a kick coming forward as well. That's a poor pass. And Spence, in search of just looking for whoever's up there, well overhit there. Was that cross? Jimenez. I think if you are Mexican players, just keep doing what we're doing. We're creating chances. Left hand side, Gallardo once again. You know what's going to come here. Fidalgo, beautiful ball in. Pickford comes to claim it, punches it away well. Mexico keep the attack up though. Fidalgo switches a lovely ball out to the right hand side. Alvarado. Ball swung in, deflected away. England can't get away with it. Yes, now they do. With Bellingham who brings it away as well. Believe as there being an offside because the referee was going to pull the game back. We'll save their gaze. So his hands all over the Arsenal man just watching that back. So I do believe it will be a free kick for a foul. Just outside the penalty area, the way of England. So it's in there, well, it's just in their own penalty box, but basically goes from Bellingham and Harry Kane. The difference here from that it's a battle ball forward. You just can't tell that, and this is regardless of altitude and all the questions. You can just see the players looking out on the feet at the moment, some of them. Lyra out to left hand side to Gallardo, swings the ball into the box. It's not a bad one. It's cleared away. Alvarado on the right hand side, closed down by Spence. Still running like a rash is Spence. Ball into the box blocked by Gordon. He'll fall here on the right hand side for Fidalgo. Back to Lyra. Ball into the box. It's a low driven one. Thinking about the shot there for sure. They might come in for a shot now. Great tackle from behind by Bellingham, and then is he tripped over. Referee says no, game's going to play on. I thought there was a pause there. Left hand side, Gutierrez dinks one into the box. Nodded on, Konza heads away. Clears it out for a throw-in, but doesn't clear it out as far as he would like, of course. Just feel like Mexico got that one more big chance in them to send it to extra time. Shot comes in straight to the goalkeeper Pickford. I was a little bit worried there. I don't know if he I'm not too sure that was that's now less than a minute to go. Jimenez, that's going to be a foul on his man. Got to be careful. Just got to be clever there in terms of what you're doing. Into the 90th minute of this game in Mexico City. Mexico 2, England 1. England down to 10 men after Gerald Kwanzaa through a VAR review puts them down to 10. With a change coming up, it looks like Harry Kane's race has been run, they'll probably play quite strikerless kind of formation. With don't know who you. It's been Morgan Rogers, apologies. I didn't know if that was Ollie Watkins, didn't know who that was. Rogers coming on to be quite two number 10s. Well, there's no real number 9 on the field. You've got maybe more controllers, get on the ball, get the foot on the ball, take it past the man in Rogers. Also, Bellingham could complement each other quickly. Ball is taken out to the left, first few touches. Bellingham tries to win it back. Does he bring his man down? Yes, he does. Be a free kick. And well, the first half we had I think it was 5 minutes, and we've had a lot of stoppages here. We've had a lot of stoppage everywhere in the tournament this summer. 11 minutes of stoppage time here in Mexico City. What a long 11 minutes this could be for England. As a ball on the right hand side comes into the box, Pickford comes to claim, and he does so well. Out of the air, dangling out of the air. Still wins it, does Pickford. That's great goalkeeping there. So we've got 11 minutes of stoppage time to go here. So finally poised. 15 attempts for Mexico, only the 5 on target. England 5, 4 on target. Effective, I'm not too sure. Mexico have got the ball, and this is going to, you feel this is going to be it for now. The next, we've played a minute, the next 10 minutes. Right hand side, Alvarado. He's put some absolute world class piece of crossing and just delivery as a whole, whether it was set pieces, put some good set pieces in as well. Left hand side first, a few 1-2s, ball into the boxes, cleared away and out for a corner. And they're ending the half really well. Just how they ended the first, if we're being bluntly honest. Even though they went 2-0 up, Jimenez and Co fought back with Quinones to get a goal. Gutierrez with that left arm raised up. It's an in-swinger from the corner. Into the back post, Pickford comes, he punches it away. Not confidently though. Still on the attack. That's a poor ball though. Oh, on the left hand side. That was Gutierrez actually. There'll be a goal kicker now. It's probably just that hint of stoppage time that you've got another. We've played already 2. You're thinking just normal. I've got a couple of minutes left. No, you've got 7 and a half minutes to go. Can Mexico find some late drama here? Or will they be going out at the round of 16? Even the only hosts of this tournament. And the USA, of course, play tomorrow against Belgium. That should be a great game as well. All these knockout games are absolutely thrilling. Mexico, they give away the ball here. Bellingham, he's got space to his left hand side. He's going to go for goal. Catches the goalie off of guard. It's going to be saved as well. It's on target. How many times do you see that happen and the ball just goes wide? So Bellingham cheekily looking for the hat-trick there, but also I mean, he does get the ball out of his half, does get everyone to reset. That could also be something to look at. Mexico have the ball with right hand side for Dalgo. Is that an offside? Yes, it is, I do believe, for Gallardo. Very silly as well, looking down the line. You feel if someone's got the back to the line when they make a run, you forgive that a little bit more, but he was looking down the line. An offside was given, Pickford to take. For England, it's just so important now that, yes, you'd love to get a 4th and maybe make a statement that we can keep coming back and score goals, but just get this one. There's the long ball forward over the top, too much on it. Bellingham thought it was his. Linesman's already made his decision. Thomas Tuchel cannot believe it at all. Absolutely furious. There's the former Bayern and Chelsea boss. sure he'll be happy to guide his side to the quarter-finals if it stays like this, but still a long time to go. Right-hand side, Alvarado needs some support. Fidalgo's the closest to him, back to the winger, who swings one into the box, danger for just that half second. Just a little bit too much on it. Just watching it back, he gets in a great position. As there is now, if we see fans in the stands, look glum faces and sombreros. Let's have England done just enough. We're halfway through stoppage time, 5.5 minutes on the clock. It's Mexico 2, England 3. Winner face Norway. This is possibly the last time competitive fixture in this tournament will be played here. The stadium, so relish every single moment. Ball forward, fizzed into the feet on the edge of the area. Strike comes in, blocked away. Back it goes. Right hand side, Lyra. So still coming forward, strike comes in well wide. Just take a wicked deflection, that forces him only back. Still, that's really poor decision making, as I said. Lyra out to the left hand side, so with 6 minutes left. Lyra's still reluctant to almost put it in to the box. It's a packed out box. Finds way to the right hand side. A few step overs, nothing's going to work there. Spence could do something, although he's got defending to do now with still defending her England. Ball switch from right to left. That's a lovely pass. 1-on-1. Or ball into the box. Deflected and over the bar. So it will be a goal kick. And time really is the enemy for Mexico now. England just want to hear that full-time whistle. Mexico want to play on until they score as per usual. But this brilliant record at the Mexico City Stadium is under threat. They haven't lost in 13 years since Honduras beat them 2-1 in 2013 in a qualifier. At the moment, won't be Mexico through to the next round. Bellingham on the right hand side holds it up incredibly well. Wins a throw in as well. Vasquez can't believe it at all. See the pictures, I just saw them going at each other from trying to win a throw in. Corner's been overturned as well here, apologies. As another yellow card comes out. I think this is for dissent, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who it is. Maybe the broadcasters are trying to work it out. Mexico still defending, but they win the ball well. That's not a great clearance, though. Back it goes. Just over 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. It's Vasquez who's been yellow carded. Apologies. Didn't quite catch who it was, but full confirmation there. Vasquez, number 5 for Mexico, yellow carded. Alvarado down the right hand side. Used his fullback. Great tackle coming in there. Jed Spence read it well, knew how to go in. Crunching tackle. Both players brought down. Unfortunately, watch it back actually. I want to say it's Fidalgo. He actually rolls his own ankle, not under Jed Spence. He tries to plant and it rolls. That could be a really awkward one, injury-wise, for him. Nevertheless, corner comes in, and the front post, header comes in, and it's going to find its way into Pickford's arms. think he took another deflection on the way in. Not quite sure if it was an English head or not. Good ball into the front post, though. Just takes a few deflections and easily jumped off that time. Now, trying to drop that ball off into the feet of Jude Bellingham there. Of course, he's Bellingham brace, if you will. But England turn up. John Henderson as well. Looks like he's been given a yellow card on the sidelines, causing disruptions. But Mexico, have they got one last push? As we've hit 10 minutes of the 11th. I don't know where 11's come from. A lot of stoppages. 11 seems rather harsh in terms of how long we're getting in terms of the tournament as a whole. Last minute of stoppage time, though. Mexico, can they find a winner? Will they send the Mexico City into an abundance of joy, or have England done enough? Ball into the box on the right hand side, nodded back into a dangerous area, hooked away by Bellingham. And then the chase is on for the ball. Lyra clips his man. I don't think it's enough for a foul, though. Neither does the referee or linesman. So at the moment, I say Bellingham was defended. He's the one down furthest forward. But they have got players back. About 5 seconds. They need to create something here. They need to find something. Alvarado, right hand side, ball into the box. Heads go up. He's still in the penalty area. It's poked wide. Was that Jimenez with the last touch? Or was it John Stones? I want to say it was John Stones. Pickford was coming for it. Stones couldn't take any risks of someone just poking the back of the net. That looking like Raul Jimenez. And is the goalkeeper coming up here for the corner? Well, this should be the last kick of the game. I think he is. Outswinger from Alvarado. Can they find another equaliser? Ball into the box. It's cleared away. Strike comes in. It's still in the penalty area. Could go anywhere. Cleared away. I believe it's out for another corner for Mexico. Leaving it late if they were to get a goal here. On the far side. Goalkeeper still up. He's just on the edge of the penalty area, almost ready to just dart in at any second. It's an in-swinger into the front post. Pickford, well, it's straight into him. He punches it away. Is that the last action of the game? Have England done enough? The referee blows for full time. And a second half, a dogged defensive display from the Three Lions has done enough. Down to 10 men for well over half an hour, pushing 40 minutes here in Mexico City Stadium. Well, 13 years of competitive games have been undefeated in Mexico City. They've only lost twice in 60 years in their home national stadium. Well, make that 13-year unbeaten run comes to an end. England will be going on to face Norway in the quarterfinals in 5 days' time, next Saturday evening. And although a delay earlier on, supposed to kick off 1 AM UK time, it ended up being 2. Everyone who stayed up that little later has been given a victory by England. What a game here in Mexico City. This tournament just continues to reap more rewards upon more rewards. Bellingham brace put them 2-0 up, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Quiñones scored to take us half-time 2-1. Well, Mexico had all the momentum, and a Gerald Kwanzaa straight red card. But England were down to 10 men for the majority of the second half. But then a penalty from Harry Kane, slotted away, his 6th goal of this tournament, this edition. 14th as a whole. Impressive from Kane as per usual, put them 3-1 up. A Raul Jimenez penalty made it 3-2 and made England sweat for the majority of the second half. But they've done enough of the Three Lions, and they'll be going on to face the Vikings, Norway, in the next round in the quarterfinals. Full time from Mexico City Stadium. It'll be England who advance, and it's finished Mexico 2, England 3.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.